women entrepreneurs and how we view success. And success is not tied to the money that we make. So I am studying subjective entrepreneur success, where we look at our personal life versus our financial satisfaction, and how do we view success? Because as entrepreneurs, everything's not tied to money. So some success is Lene Javette, I take the month of December off every year. And people freak out when I tell them that. You don't work for in December? No, the whole month? Not at all. I will go hard in the paint all year long, but I take the whole month of December off. And it freaks people out. I'm an entrepreneur. I work for myself. I can't put a price tag on that. So regardless of how much money I make, the fact that I own my own schedule, life, and time, and I could take a month off and do what I want to do, hang out, travel, kick it with my nephews, talk to you guys online on Monday nights, whatever I want. I get to determine that. And I get to say whenever else I want to take time off or vacation. You can't put a price tag on certain parts of entrepreneurship. Now, when you start talking about legacy, what you want to leave behind, credit, the ability to buy real estate, the ability to pay for things with cash, we know that dollars make sense, right? And the more money you have, well, they say more money, more problems. That's true, but it's also more opportunities. And so each individual person has to make that choice and decision. How much money do I want to make? I think Damon Dash said the best. Are you hustling for yourself, or are you hustling for your last name? Like, if $1 million, you can spend $1 million in a month. You can spend $1 million in a year. $1 million ain't shit. I'm sorry for using that language, but it ain't nothing. You can go through $1 million. These rappers and these NFL players, they go through millions of dollars and be broke. So if you're only trying to get on with $1 million, you still aiming too low. Like, that's just your lifetime. So for me and my house, not only do we serve the Lord, but we are looking for billions of dollars around my part, because I work to make sure that my household is good, my son's household is good, his kids' household is good, and everybody that comes behind me. Now, do they have to work? Do they have to grind? Do they have to do their parts? They do. But I don't want every generation in my household to start over at ground zero. I am developing, fundamentally putting things in place so that they aren't starting from negative. They aren't starting from zero. They have something. And so as Black people, no, we don't have to put a dollar amount on success, but you should damn sure put a dollar amount on legacy.
There we go. I love it. Drop the mic on that one. Type the word legacy in the chat if you heard what Miss Lene just said. And we got to call her Miss Lene after she threw it out like that, because that was right on point. And just in case you want to know the specific statistics, there are exactly 18 million people in the United States who have caught corona, and there are 18.8 million millionaires. So there are more millionaires than there are people who've caught coronavirus. And a lot of you probably know people who caught COVID. I know several people who've gotten it. I know a couple people who know someone who died from it, but no one directly in my family, thank God. And I'm sorry if it's hit your family. But there's the other virus I want to hit your family too, and that's the millionaire virus. There's a lot of money floating out here. The Fed has made money cheaper than it's ever been. There are opportunities out here if you know how to look for them. You have to just think about the economy in a broad-based scope. You cannot just think of it as pursuing jobs. The reason that there are a few hundred of you in here watching now, but there's thousands of people that will be watching, the Real Housewives or something else, is because we have the wrong economic thinking. Like, we're not spending our energy on the right things, and then we shouldn't be surprised when the right things don't happen to us, when the right things happen to other people. Well, what were you preparing for? What were you putting your energy into? You guys are putting your energy into the right things, and that's why your family will be different. So I'm going to let you all know you can vote. You can go to my Twitter, which is Dr. Boyce Watkins 1, and you can vote right now. In the vote, I'm looking, Coffee Sticks is actually tied with Your Computer Needs as to win. So if you want to still vote, you can go to my Twitter, Dr. Boyce Watkins 1. I'll put the link in here in the chat. So feel free to go in there and vote and make your vote count. And so, Lene, I'd like to go ahead and show each clip one more time before we head on out of here, so that we can all get like a final look at everybody and kind of decide how we feel. So you ready for that?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. So everybody, as I pull this up, please hit the thumbs up button, the share button, and the subscribe button. If you haven't done it yet, you're watching Life's a Pitch. This is our Black-owned business pitch competition that we do every Monday night at 8 o'clock. This is my amazing host, Miss Lene Javette. And that BlackMillionairesOfTomorrow.com is on the screen. That is our business school for children. Build legacy, get your children ready for the future. The first month in the program is just $1, or it might be free. It's one of the two. I can't remember if it's $1 or $0, but the first month is pretty cheap, and it's an amazing program, and it will get your children way ahead of the curve. And you got your kids at home anyway. They're learning from you anyway. You're in control of the educational system in your house. You are the superintendent. You are the school teacher. You are the head of public schools in your house. So I encourage you to make sure that your children get a solid business education, because at some point your child is going to have to pay a bill, and you want to make sure that they're in a position to do so. So BlackMillionairesOfTomorrow.com, that's our program. Feel free to talk to one of our specialists at the Black Business School that can help you figure out what works best for your family. So here is the first one. This is Your Computer Needs.
I just want to read Nathaniel Roberts' comment real quick. He said, sure. I'm not wearing my financial mask trying to catch that millionaire virus.
He ain't doing no. Let me just say this: when you get around people that have good ideas and are able to make money, you do not want to social distance from those people. You want to make as much contact as possible, and believe me, we want you to catch that millionaire virus. That's the good one. And so if we want to vaccinate you against poverty, or vaccinate you against negative behavior or backward behavior that's causing wealth to disappear. We want to vaccinate you against irresponsible spending or all the other things that have limited your potential. And so at that point, you're free to go out here and do some amazing things. So here we go. Let's play the video now. This is the first one, Miss Amber Hawkins. Here we go.
Hello there, everybody. I'm Amber Hawkins, President, CEO, and owner of Your Computer Needs of Toledo, LLC in Toledo, Ohio, where the motto is computer training and more that comes to you. I provide customized on-site, online, and e-mobile computer training and consulting. I also sell computers and accessories online. If you know of those who are in need of services, especially in guidance with learning such programs as Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, please refer them to me. I'm quite unique in the fact that I still provide on-site computer training and consulting, following COVID-19 rules, of course. And I also customize each training consulting to fit the need of the individual, business, and other entities. Again, Amber Hawkins, Your Computer Needs of Toledo, LLC, computer training and more that comes to you. Visit the website at yourcomputerneeds.net. And I thank you very much.
All right. Any final thought on Ms. Hawkins?
Yeah, you know what? She did talk about why she was unique. She did say that it's on-site, online. So she did actually, but she talked so fast. The first time I couldn't hear a lot of the stuff, but she did hit on a lot of the things that I initially said that she didn't. So just slow it down, Ms. Amber Hawkins.
All right. Well, I don't have much else to say. I think I got most of my commentary out on her business. I think it's a great business. I think people need it. I think maybe just fixing the lighting up and really helping people understand why, I think will go a long way for her. So the URL for her business is actually in the description. The URL for every business that we pitch is here. We're asking you all to, if you have it in your heart, to support these Black businesses. Just go to their site, show them some love. I don't know if you're going to buy a service from them. I'm not telling you to do that, but maybe share the link. At least share the link. Give me a yes in the chat if you can do that. Just share the links of these Black-owned businesses, because we must build a Black economy if we want to build Black prosperity. That's extremely important. So let me grab the next one. And don't forget that URL where you can go vote is in the chat. So feel free to go vote. We're going to announce the winner once we're done. So here we go.
Hey, y'all living out there, this your homie Antowne Clower, CEO of the record label Money Up Records. I'm here today presenting one thing to you. That's our internet station, Money Up Records Radio. We have a lot of things for basically everybody when it comes to the culture of hip hop. One of the key things I want to talk about is the Off the Top section. Off the Top section is dedicated to artists, whether it's singers, rappers. You can submit your music, and if it's on point, we will promote you. We have a fan base where we reach 4,000 people worldwide a month. I know that don't sound like a lot, but trust me, I mean, it can get the job done. On the side of that, we also have another section called For Your Ears Only. The For Your Ears Only part of the site is dedicated to all the artists that have completed work. And the artists that have completed work, we promote them, we put them out there. We have ways that you can get in touch with them, and you can hear some phenomenal, music. I mean, it's a lot of good uplifting music there. And then the last section is the advertisement section. The advertisement section is dedicated to advertising. So if you ever want to reach a fan base when it comes to the hip hop culture, give us a shot. Our reach goes very far. Like I said, once again, make sure you Google that. Money Up Records Radio. And Money Up is a thought process. It starts with the thought. So remember that. Money Up Records Radio. Thanks again for your time. This is your homie Contact, and I'm signing out. I appreciate the opportunity. All right.
All right. So he's your homie. I like that. I feel like he's my homie. I thought that was great.
And I figured out, so it's internet radio. So it's an internet radio station. So boom. I was like, well, got it.
I saw Money Up Records. So I wasn't sure if he was more than a radio station. I feel like it's more than that, but you're right, though. I mean, he did mention the radio. That was kind of the main thing he was offering.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
No, I still have the same thoughts. You hear it the second time, you get to hear it just a little bit better, but I'm still feel the same way with him. Still think it was a great job. Still thought, the background with us on the background, like he was just watching the video, was cool. So really just the lighting.
Okay. All right. And before we go and show the last clip one more time, what I'm going to do is share the link again so that everybody can vote. After I show the last clip, we're going to take our last vote. And so speak now or forever hold your peace. And so we will now lay out the last clip with coffee sticks. Hit the thumbs up button while I pull up the clip. So here we go.
Frustrating that when you're on a flight, isn't it frustrating that when you're on a flight, you get one packet of creamer and sugar, you get a little bit of turbulence and it spills all over your tray table? Or what about if you're going on a camping trip and you can't bring your favorite creamer with you because it won't fit in your cooler? Well, have I got the solution for you? Hi, I'm Donna Royston, owner and creator of Coffee Sticks. Coffee Sticks is your non-dairy creamer, flavor, and sugar that dissolves in your cup of hot coffee, tea, or hot chocolate and makes the perfect cup every time. My head is so full of ideas that we've outgrown our home space and are now in need of a bigger production facility. That's where your $50,000 investment comes into play. In turn, you'll receive 5% equity in our company. We'll use those funds to get that bigger facility. We'll also be able to get production line equipment, hire 2 individuals in our community, and acquire the permits and licensing we need to mass produce and get coffee sticks to the world. So let's make everyone with coffee sticks.
All right. Any more thoughts about coffee sticks?
No, I did get a better hearing of what it is. So it's not the coffee, it's the flavor, the cream, and the sugar. So you can put it in coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. So that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's still a great idea, and I really like it. And I I think I'm going to try to invest in that company. I think it's pretty good. It's a great idea, and I'm really impressed. And so that's all I can say. And I thought that her pitch was on point. I think that she got some customers out of this conversation, but I think if you're gonna do that pitch, you pitch for your investors, right? But you should also pitch for your customers, and then also I don't know if I would have laid out the exact terms of the investment just like that. And also, in fact, I think you got to be careful with that too, because the Securities and Exchange Commission has regulations about how you can go about soliciting investors for your project. So soliciting, just out broadly like that to the general public may not always be the most efficient way to do it or the most legal way. So I'm not saying that she broke the law for sure. I got to go check on that. But either way, though, she definitely she definitely is going to break the bank with her business idea if she's not doing it already, because it's a great idea and it looks like it's well packaged and well executed. And I think the key point I would walk away with for you guys that are listening is, the quality of the idea is important, but never overestimate the quality of the idea relative to the quality of your execution of the idea. If I had a choice between having an excellent idea that's not properly executed versus a mediocre idea that's well executed, I'd rather have the mediocre idea that's well executed, because a lot of people that don't understand business. They'll say, "Oh, I had that idea too," and so I could have made the same amount of money as you made. No, you couldn't. Because executing ideas takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of expertise. You're solving problems constantly. It takes thousands of hours of effort in one concerted direction to make this thing into a reality. So coming up with the idea is great. But what I see is a lot of people become almost, I call it intellectually promiscuous, where we have all these great ideas that kind of pop out of our head. And we get excited about all these ideas like, oh, I could start a business that does this and this. Oh, yeah. And then I could do that. And we get excited. Right. And then when it comes time to do the work, well, that's the boring part. Some people don't want to do the work. They want to just come up with the idea. And that's okay. That just means you have to structure your business a certain way. So one of the things that I've seen work actually really well is when you have a business with two partners and one person is the visionary and the other person is the execution person, right? The person that takes the creative vision and says, okay, I'm going to align a team and structure a process that's going to get this done. And that's extremely important. And that's another compliment I would actually give to Lene, is because Lene is really, really good at processes, right? And so I'll come to her and I'll say, I got this great idea, but I have no idea how I'm going to do it. And I don't even know if I have the patience or the attention span because my ADHD is kicking in already. And Lene will sit down and we'll map out the procedure. And that is an incredibly important skill. So you want to have people that you work with who can complement whatever you do. Don't work with a bunch of people that are just like you. You work with people who are different from you so that you can form an awesome team. Remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Find good people in your clique that you can work with that can complement you. And that's how you become successful. Lene, any parting words before I announce who the winner is?
No, I think you hit on all of the topics. We're good. Who
All
won?
right.
Who won?
All right. The winner, a drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. The winner is Coffee Sticks with 38.1% of the vote. Number 2 was actually Money Up Radio with 33.3%. And and Your Computer Needs got third at 28.6%.
They're all close tonight.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought Coffee Sticks was the one runaway winner. I just thought she just nailed it so well. I was like, can nobody compete with that?
Not that the other contestants weren't great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I thought everybody was solid. Like everybody had a good idea, and all these people kind of fit in that category where I thought, if you're a consultant and you work with clients to help them get their business, like I know you see a lot. You've seen a lot of clients, and I do too. I do some private consultations or whatever. I could sit down with them and say, okay, do this, and do this, and you're going to have something that'll take off. Right. And so they had the core there, like, because we've seen some pitches that where like it's like kind of trying to operate on a dead body, like you ain't going to get nowhere with that. But then you have somewhere you're like, okay, if you just change a couple little things, like you could actually make that into a money making thing. And a lot of people have businesses like that. Maybe you could speak to that. But I'll say that a lot of times you might have this business idea that's kind of dead in the water that hasn't made any money. But sometimes a person who knows how to make money can literally look at it. You pay them a little bit, you pay them some money for their time. They can look at what you have and tweak it a little bit. And next thing you know, that sucker just opens up like a floodgate. I don't know if you've ever seen that happen before, but what are your thoughts on that?
That's what I get paid to do. That's what I get paid to do.
There you go.
So as a business development strategist, that's literally what I do all day. People call me because they have a business. They can't figure out why it's not making money, or they have a product that they want to launch, or they have a book that they want to write. And they're like, but I don't know what to do. And so that's what we sit down and do. We sit down and develop a strategy to launch it, to bring it to life, to make it make money, to tweak it, to get it in front of your target audience. The thing that I see most often in our community is we have the most innovative ideas and concepts, the best work ethic, but we don't take the time to develop our businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And we have all these holes and we're trying to figure out, why isn't it working? How come I'm not making money? How come my target audience isn't finding me? I'm creating ads, but nobody's buying. I've been sitting on this book idea for 2 years, but I don't know what to do. Develop it, like fully develop it. Don't just make the best cupcakes and start a business. Like, develop your business. So I see it every day because those are my clients.
Yeah, well, I agree. Everything's a work in progress, and it takes time. And put in that time and be patient with yourself. You're not going to get it right the first time. I know personally, if I stacked up my successes and my mistakes or failures like next to each other, it would look kind of like this, you know. But you're not
Say
you
that
don't
again for the people in the back.
yeah. Well, say it again.
I said, say that again for the people in the back.
Yeah, these are my successes, these are my failures. And so if you you know, the thing is, you don't brag about your failures, right? You don't announce those, you announce your successes. And so people only see one side, right? So but just, you know, being honest with everybody, you know, it's a lot of trial and error. And that's what trial and error is. It's you keep failing until you figure out what works, and then you double down on what works. So so keep trying, don't give up. You're meant to be great. There are great things out there for you. Be consistent. Keep it moving. So I want to say thank you very much to all the people that came out to support Black businesses. Thank you to those who had the courage to come and pitch their businesses. If you could give them a digital round of applause for doing this. And also remember that the URLs to all these businesses are in the description. And so you can literally click on them and go take a look at their products directly. Maybe become an investor in their company, maybe consult with them. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. And also Lene's social media is I am Lene Javette. So you can follow her there. Get in touch with her. Also, don't forget the Black Wealth Bootcamp starts on January 7th. So that's blackwealthbootcamp.com. And that's it. So have a good night, everybody. And hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe on your way out. And we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.